A phone call that changed the world.
Fact file. Today, mobile phones are owned by almost 6 billion people worldwide. In the UK, 30 million are sold every year. The first text message was sent in 1989. Last year, 6.1 trillion texts were sent worldwide. Camera phones have been sold since 2002. Smartphones were introduced in 2007. The mobile phone had become a multimedia gadget. Over the years, a multitude of amazing features have been added, including internet browsing, email, MP3 players, video and camera. In 2008, Apple's iPhone had 500 applications, apps. Now there are over 500,000 apps. The most expensive mobile is the Gold Striker iPhone 4S Elite Gold. It is made of 24-karat gold and decorated with over 550 diamonds. It costs £6 million. 100 million mobile phones are thrown away every year. Some people believe that before long, all landline telephones will be replaced by mobile phones.
1.
The first mobile phone call was made in 1973 by Martin Cooper.
2.
Mobile phones are owned by almost 6 billion people worldwide.
3.
30 million phones are sold in the UK every year.
4.
Camera phones have been sold since 2002.
5.
A lot of amazing features have been added.
6.
The Gold Striker phone is decorated with over 550 diamonds.
7.
100 million mobile phones are thrown away every year.
8.
Some people believe that eventually all landline telephones will be replaced by mobile phones.
1.
Paper was invented in 105 AD by a Chinese government official called Sreyoun.
2.
The printing press was invented in 1440 by a German inventor called Johannes Gutenberg.
3.
The telephone was invented in 1876 by Alexander Graham Bell. Bell was born in Scotland, but he moved to America and became a scientist and a teacher of the deaf.
4.
The radio was invented in 1901 by Guglielmo Marconi, an Italian physicist.
5.
Television was invented in 1924 by a Scottish engineer, John Logie Baird.
6.
The ballpoint pen was invented in 1938 by the Hungarian journalist Laszlo Biro.
7.
The Apple PC was invented in 1976 by two American computer engineers, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. The name Apple was chosen because it was Jobs' favorite fruit.
All things online. 1.
Over 90 trillion emails are sent every year.
2.
Nearly 5.5 billion questions are answered by Google every day.
3.
eBay was invented in 1995 by Pierre Omidyar, a French scientist.
4.
Nearly 5 billion items have been sold on eBay since it began.
5.
60,000 new video films are posted on YouTube every week.
6.
The first Twitter message was sent by American businessman Jack Dorsey in 2006.
7.
Facebook has been translated into 76 languages since it began.
8.
The online store Amazon.com was founded by Jeff Bezos in his garage in 1994.
1. Henry.
It's made for me. I'm a frustrated writer. One day maybe I'll write a novel. I write about my thoughts, my work, all my travels, and I've even written a kind of work biography. I'm so pleased that I have so many visitors and comments. I feel in touch with the world. I tweet too.
2. Sandy.
Yeah, I have an account and I go on it fairly often. I like sharing photos with friends. I love seeing their photos too, and it's a nice way of keeping up to date with them and sometimes making contact with old friends. I don't use it for anything more. Some people communicate about their lives on it. I couldn't do that.
3. Liz.
Actually, it was a terrible shock. I went back to my machine and the screen was bright purple with large red letters across it saying warning. Everything was completely frozen. I rang the helpline and they said they'd had over 50 calls from people with the same thing. It had even infected the stock exchange. Who are the sad individuals who do this, I want to know.
4. Martin.
There aren't many left in my town. Just one, I think, on the high street. It's because so many people have home computers and laptops these days, and there are more and more places where you can access the internet. I used them a lot when I was travelling.
5. Barry.
I do so much online. I think I conduct most of my life online. I book everything. Cinema, travel, my sports club. I shop online, clothes, food, presents. I check symptoms if I'm ill. Actually, I've stopped doing this because I got too frightened by the answers. I download recipes. I could go on and on. I like the way Google has become a verb. I'm always saying, I'll just Google that and find out.